Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Please forgive me if you can hear my fan, because it's freaking hot in here again. Anyways, we're gonna give Daytona one more shot. What's up, Smooth? We're gonna give her one more shot here. I was gonna actually do an Xfinity race tonight, and then we were gonna do NIS Sunday morning, but I have a funeral to go to on Sunday, unfortunately. Um, a friend of mine passed away, and so I gotta go to that on Sunday. It doesn't start until like noon Sunday, and NIS is at 7 a.m. But I don't wanna get up super early and do all that stuff, run a race and everything, and then have to like rush and get ready. And so we're just gonna do NIS tonight. No Xfinity. We just won't run the Xfinity at Daytona. That's all. Thanks, man. I hadn't seen him in a few years. His name was Hunter. What's crazy is I used to babysit him when he was born. He had a twin brother, Hayden, and their mom, Megan, she was like a sister to me. And Megan died of breast cancer a few years ago. Hayden died of bone cancer, and then Hunter just died. Hunter was 21 years old, 21 or 22 years old. It's just crazy. Oh, dude, someone's got a seriously hot mic. Yeah, mute that. So, it's just nuts, man, the way that stuff happens. So, but yeah, I hadn't actually seen him in a few years. He was living up in Oregon. And yeah, it's just one of those freak things, man. I guess he had been having seizures lately. This is what I heard from his aunt, who is a really good friend of mine. He had been having seizures lately, and he had a seizure. He fell, and the way that he like landed face down or something like that, and nobody was home with him. He was by himself, and his roommates didn't come back for like 2 days. They were like gone for the weekend, and he suffocated. Like, it's just crazy, man. Stuff like that makes me think sometimes. It's just like, I like, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. Like, sometimes I don't think there's any avoiding it. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy. But I'm one of those people. I believe in something else after this life. So it does make me feel a little bit better that he's with his twin brother and his mom. So yeah, but I do feel bad for his other brother and his grandparents and his aunts and his uncles and stuff. Like I said, man, they've had a lot of loss in that family. It's been crazy. So anyways, what's up, Landon? Thanks, Amston. Thanks, Jordan. What's up, Wayne? What's up, Camp? Nice job, Jordan. Second place. Nice job. Well, let's see. We got, what, 80 laps? Let's see how we can do here. We were doing good in the truck race, so let's see if we can do good in the cup race. I was actually working on the insider setup for Darlington for next week before this. I've been literally testing the last couple of hours. Alright, so we're going to qualify in fourth gear. I think 49.7s, 49.8s was about what I was getting with this setup. So, once again, the qual setup is whatever. The race setup is what I spent the time on, and it's everybody who's been using it this week has been telling me that it's been really good. So, I'm looking forward to seeing how it does. I caught the yellow line there. That cost me some time. What's up, Tanner? What's up, Anthony? Literally, you haven't missed anything, man. We're qualifying right now. I literally just started. Yeah, drifting out in this car seems to be a little bit slower. Oh well. Like I said in the truck race, where I start, I don't really care. I don't care. Coming to California. Nice. Kyle Stewart. In your split with you. Love the dirt videos. Oh, thanks, Kyle. Good luck, man. Nice run. Qualifying third. Good job. Good job. All right, let's get the race set up on. That's what we need. That's what matters. It's that one. Yep. Okay. Special shout out to JC FPV for subscribing. Thank you very much for the subscribing. Appreciate it. There's still people. I still got people who are following me on Twitch, man. I need to delete that channel. Because I haven't been on Twitch in over a year. Oh, I'm definitely gonna mute the chat. What number am I? 25. Ooh, we're way down. Good. I don't want to be number 1. Okay. Sweet, just came in from working on my cart and saw your... Oh, nice, Tanner. Well, thanks for coming in, man. Yeah, thanks, Kyle. Good luck to you, too. Anthony, I'd kill to do this full-time. Yeah, it's a fun full-time job, man. I enjoy it. I'm lucky. I am still working at Amazon. It's funny because SSR's gotten so big, I've had to contract people to help me with it, and because of that I actually need to pull more hours at Amazon so I can make sure I can pay the contract workers. So because we're kind of like in this like weird like expansion zone right now, but yeah, it's fun, man. I love doing this. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun job. Plus it's given me the opportunity, you know, to start the other businesses that I'm starting. I mean, one of them's the gaming PC, which is the gaming PC business, which is, you know, just another thing that I love to do. And then the other one is I'm actually setting up the website and stuff for that one now too. And that I'm actually going to teach people how to start online businesses. Because unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that don't know what the hell they're talking about. Now they claim to, but the stuff they say is a joke. It's like it's so wrong. So I've actually had people in SSR ask me that. They're like, "Hey, how do you do that?" I was like, maybe I should do a program for that. So I used to do marketing training and stuff like that, and so I was like, it's kind of similar, so I'm like, I'll do that too. I don't know, I just really like teaching and helping people. It's fun, whether it's sim racing or whatever. It's just fun. I'll leave for a few minutes because I'm done for night, but personal hygiene is more important. There you go, Wayne. There you go. Full send. Yeah, we're gonna wait until lap 80. Hopefully we're not the ones that get it sent into this time, like the truck race. That was a bummer. I learned my lesson from that, though. Won't let that happen again. If I'm up in the lead like that this time and we've got 2 lines and I'm ahead, I'm just gonna block both lines. Everybody gonna try to go to the bottom? Is that what we're doing here? Looks like it. I love seeing Winston on a race car. I absolutely love that. I miss the Winston Cup. I miss it when NASCAR was the Winston Cup. The good old days. I don't even know who the hell is the main sponsor of NASCAR now? I don't even know. That 29 car wants to get to the bottom bad. Man, don't force that, dude. We got a long ways to go. Just ride. Knew that was gonna happen. Let's go, number 11. Some people just don't like being on the top. They just don't like the high line. Our car can push and suck up really good. The race that I did in one, it just didn't, it wasn't the best at leading. At least in that race it wasn't. I don't know, maybe the guys behind me weren't good at drafting. I don't know. There was only like 8 of us, so there could have just not been enough cars. Alright, let's see if this guy stays up here or goes to the bottom. I'm gonna go to the bottom. I want to see what I can do up front. I need to see how this thing pulls. Oh, it's Stephen Parks again. The guy that's got the Steve Park paint job. I'm actually pulling away from them, man. They're not staying up on me enough. That's why we're getting yarded. If I can push this road to the front now, then I know I've got something good. Whoa, what are you doing, buddy? That was aggressive. Whoa, whoa. God dang it. That didn't take long. I just don't know why people just don't lift. Like, you don't have to stay full throttle. Like, you can lift. It is okay. My car is thrashed. We're done. I hate getting towed and getting repairs because I'm gonna take a massive hit on my I rating now. Oh yeah, we're junk. Never fails, man. Never fails, dude. Yeah, 70 laps. 70 laps and they did that. We had 70 more laps to go. Like, what are we doing? Like, patience, like, it's okay. Like, you can be patient. Alright, well, let's find something else to race. Is there anything? Oh, we just missed the midgets. God dang it. Yeah, it does. It's a catch-22, Landon, because when you're with drivers who are respectful and stuff like that, like, those races can be a lot of fun. Some of the funnest races I've ever done in iRacing were drafting and stuff like that. Like, they can be a lot of fun, man, if you just are out there with people who, like, just are a little patient, you know? Like, that guy came down and blocked the car in front of me, you know, was like trying to get around him. Just lift off the throttle. Like, I was already lifting. Just lift off the throttle. Let that guy gather himself up. Like, it's okay. We'll catch there was only like 3 cars. Like, we'll catch him. It's all right, you know? And the guy who came down, like, dude, you didn't need to throw that block there. You know what I mean? Like, it was lap 8. You know, like, we had 72 more to go. But, you know, when you're in the moment and stuff like that, those, you know, it happens, man. Like, what are you gonna do? It just happens. It's unfortunate. It sucks. You know, that's why I kind of limit myself on those races. That's why I won't run any more Daytona races. I won't run anymore. Is that the only thing that we have is the 360s? I would run Spa, but I have not turned one lap of practice at Spa all week long. I haven't done one lap at Spa. Well, crap. I guess it's 360s at Williams Grove. Dude, I can't even tell you the last time I've ran a winged sprint car race. I definitely don't want to run the late models at Kokomo. That's, no thanks. No thank you. I haven't been in a dirt. Dude, the last time I was in a dirt late model was, oh my God. Jeez, when was that? It had to be last season. Spring Fling, I think. So, yeah, let me, I think I can edit the stream. Let me see here. Oh, yep, we can edit this. So let's edit this. Official racing. There we go. All right, dirt. Okay, I've got to get the Williams Grove setup for the insiders. I don't even have that. I don't even have that in my setups. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I know I got it here somewhere. There it is. All right, Shay, let's see how awesome your setup is this week. Probably pretty good. Usually is pretty freaking awesome. I don't even have a folder in my setups. I started putting folders in here like a few seasons ago. I don't even have a folder for Williams Grove. I had to just make one. That's how long ago it's been since I ran Williams Grove in the officials. Huh. Wow. It's been a while. Okay, at least my wheel is calibrated. That's good. Dirt is where it's at. Yeah, Randy, I'm literally just getting back into dirt. I took a break basically the whole summer I took off from dirt. My steering feels a little light. Gotta fix that. Let's try that. Yep, good old 360s. Yeah, they wrecked in front of me, Wayne. Right, literally right in front of me. We were up in the lead. They just, yeah. Like, I just talked to somebody today. I'm thinking about doing a Road to Pro training program for NASCAR for the Coke Series. I've actually got a former pro who is going to do it with me if I decide to do it. And that's like one of the things that's going to be like one of the main training videos very early on is going to be racecraft and patience. Alright, this ought to be fun. I would like to see Huset's. Huset's is a really good track, man. It's a high banked, fast track. I really love those tracks. But what I would love to see more than another track, I mean, we're getting Lucas Oil Dirt, so that's cool. But what I would love to see more than that is them to kind of work on the physics for dirt. I would like to see that. I mean, Gas City would be cool. So would Huset's, but I would really like them to dial in the stuff that we have. Colby's in this race, so I must be at the bottom of the top split. Yep, I'm at the bottom of the top split. Got a bunch of freaking pros in here. Are you kidding me? My freaking first wing sprint car race, and I couldn't tell you how long. And I end up in the top split with 4 or 5 pros. Awesome! What's got 2 thumbs and is going to do good in this race? This guy. Yeah, dirt needs some love, man. We do. It needs some love. I mean, we're not even doing, you know, now if we got the build coming up, if they happen to like fix the sprint cars this next build or something, then we'll look at it. But right now, we're not even going to be running the Knoxville Nationals this year. After the nightmare that was our Kings Royal event, with all the issues with the sprint cars and stuff, you know, it's just like not going to do another special event for the wing cars until we get something figured out with these things. Okay. Well, hopefully I don't look like a total clown. Oh, I'm out here. What are those guys doing? 16.6s? God dang it. There's 17 of us. How many did we take to the feature? Everybody should make it, I believe. I believe everybody makes it. I think it's 18 they take. Better track and cushion physics. Yeah, we definitely need the track to be improved. A cushion would be nice, an actual cushion as opposed to just like marbles. I would like to see an update to the suspension physics on the car. You know, it'd be nice if the dirt cars, if we had shocks that worked as good as the NASCARs do. Like, the NASCAR shocks are amazing. Like, the sprint car shocks are much better now. They actually do what they're supposed to do, but they could still be better. And to be honest, I don't know if that's the shocks or the tire. It's probably a combination of both, to be honest with you, because the tire affects it so much. What's the trick to Kokomo? Rip the lip. What's that on the right side of my car? Personal Evolution. That's Chris and Stacy's sponsorship, Personal Evolution. What's up, David? Yeah, it's right on that striping. It's kind of hard from a distance. All right, we're just going to go with the tacky setup. I don't even want to see my lap times. Thanks, Richard. We're gonna need it. We're definitely gonna need it. It's been so long since I've raced here, I don't even know what the fast line is for qualifying. I'm literally just going to go through the middle. Well, I am one of the slower ones. I am 0.2 of a second off, and I'm down in like 12th. And it'll probably be worse than that after everybody goes. Yep, I'm going to be like last. $16.7? I am 16th out of 17. Woohoo! Oh my god. So bad. Freaking Colby. Colby's a cool dude. Is there a spotter stand? No, there's not. Okay, looks like we're watching from this view. Just hanging out, David. Yeah, we were doing the NIS race and we got wrecked on like lap 7. So, you know. Restrictor plates, what are you going to do? But how do you switch the camera when your heat race is not racing? So, Wayne, you got to change to another driver. If I leave it on me, it stays on scenic. But if I click that helmet and I put it on focus on leader, then I can change the camera. So Dyson Pursley got back into a midget and won his heat race tonight. Oh, nice. Dyson Pursley's good. He's good. What the hell is that? Is that on my monitor? What is that? I've got a... You guys don't see it, but I've got... There's just like a black square over here on my monitor. And it's in the sim. It's not anything on my... It's not like I got something on my monitor. It's in the sim. Weird. Let's ride with these guys. I gotta see what line they're running. Just wide open on the marbles. Kind of a little slider line, I guess. Oh well. Just got my new computer finally all set up, VR going, start racing more. Nice, David. Yeah, I'm ready to build a new system for myself. I almost forgot how long the races here take. Well, Smooth, the 4000 series, they're not even going to launch those until they get rid of more inventory. They're so overstocked right now. My brother went and got a 3090 Ti Kingpin. Like, he got like the best card you can get on the market right now. And he'll get a 40 series when they come out if he can. I mean, I'll try to get one if they're available. You know, it's going to be tough to see with the crypto stuff happening, all that stuff like that. You know, I don't think it's going to be as bad as before. There was actually a lot of people who are waiting. Like, they'll wait till the 40 series cards come out and then they'll try to buy a 30 series card. They'll wait to see what the performance is. If it's not that much better, or if the 30 series cards are close to it, then they'll just get a 30 series card, and you'll probably be able to get it for even cheaper than you can get them now. So we'll see what happens. You know, I'm hoping that we don't have a bunch of bots and all that crap like that, because like I just won't get one. I've got an RTX 3080. Like, I've got a decent card. Like, I'll just be like, whatever. I don't need to do it now. I do need to update the rest of my system, which I'm going to do, and that's probably what I'll do this year. Is I'm gonna update. I'll basically get pretty much everything new, except the GPU. And then build a new system, and then when the 40 series cards come out and I can actually get one at a decent price, then I'll upgrade the GPU. But I need to upgrade my CPU and stuff like that, because the 10900K is good, don't get me wrong. Like, if I was just doing live streaming and gaming, I would have no reason to upgrade this system. It's great for it. But for all the other stuff that I do, all the content creation, like especially video editing and stuff like that, this system's a little long in the tooth, man. It really is. So that's the main reason I want to upgrade it. What's up, Donkey? Thanks, Chris. We're gonna need it, man. Yeah, 12th gen, David, is you know, I actually built a system for a guy with the 12th gen. It works really well. But in order for that scheduler to work correctly on 12th gen, you have to run Windows 11. You have to. And that's the only kind of downside to it, because a lot of people don't want to run Windows 11 yet. And look, Windows 11's not bad. I've checked it out and stuff. It seems fine. But, you know, it is still a new operating system. It's not as worked in as, like, Windows 10. You know what I mean? So that's the only downside to it. Whoa! So apparently we just can't catch a break today. Thank God for the new damage model. Now I've got a crooked car. A way crooked car. This thing's so broken. I'm turning my wheel to the right so much it feels like I'm driving a non-wing. Yeah, Helix, I haven't, the hell is this? BLM, bang, local. Dude, seriously? I haven't spent a ton of time on it. I just tested it, what does Shay got between the difference between the tacky and the slick? Wait, am I in this race? No. I'm not. That crew chief app throws me for a loop because it makes it sound like I'm in this race, and I'm not. Okay, so slick. And then tacky. I think I'm going to go with the slick setup. Even though the track is not going to be that slick at the start of the feature, it will be slick, you know, halfway through it. No, Donkey, this isn't official, man. This is the first wing sprint car race I've ran in months. Months. I have not ran one of these in so long. Yeah. So no, NARC is on a break right now. Our season just ended a couple weeks ago. The new season will be starting up in a couple weeks. Going to invent thermal paste that smells like burnt rubber when it gets hot. You know, you can buy, they've got those candles and stuff that you can buy that smell like ethanol and all that stuff like that. September 13th started NARC, yeah. And with my current work schedule, man, I'm not even gonna like get to run hardly any of it. I'll get to run Wednesday nights, which is late models and big blocks, I think. Tuesdays and Thursdays nights I have work. So hopefully I'll be getting a new schedule. What about your pavement league? Yeah, Donkey, I'm not doing any pavement stuff because of my work schedule. Yeah, we're not starting one right now because of my work schedule. My work schedule is so ridiculous right now. I can't start it because I wouldn't be able to do it. So Freaking Rumsey, man. He is so fast. I mean, everybody else is like running the marbles. He is literally on the wall. And it's so much faster. Look at that. That's crazy. Literally hitting the wall and he's faster. Want my work schedule? No, Wayne, I think mine's probably still better. You make it look so easy. I haven't even attempted a race yet. I'll run a few good laps and boom, I'm in the wall. Yeah, well, Randy, I've been doing this now for a few years. And even though I don't race that much, especially on dirt, you know, like I said, I took a long break from dirt. I did do pretty much nothing but dirt racing for the first year and a half I was on the sim. I just started doing asphalt stuff last year. You know, we haven't been doing it that long, so it's one of those things like, it's kind of like riding a bike. You know, you remember how to do it. You just might not be as good as you were when you were doing it all the time. Yeah, I know, Tanner. You get that that run off the wall because you're not getting that wheel spin and stuff. In the late models, you can literally wall ride and you're like 0.2 of a second faster. It's one of the most ridiculous things ever. Okay, got the feature setup in. We're good. Looks like an Xfinity race might start at 10:30 Eastern. Yeah, I don't think I want to do any more Daytona. Yeah, it just hasn't been fun. Thanks, Donkey. Hopefully I don't get wrecked. Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully I just finish. Oh, the real Xfinity race. I think I've got Logan and Colby right behind me. Oh no, Logan's next to me. At least I think that's him. Yeah, that's him. Maybe I can just follow him all the way to the front. That'd be awesome. Alright, here we go. Let's finish. Saw him coming down. I didn't want to slide into him again. Tell you one thing I'm not used to is driving this car with all this fuel. My God. I am horrible. Whoa! Well, at least I won't be dead last. Try not to hit the bridge. Yeah, seriously. I am so bad in this thing. My God. I need a lot of practice. Ba-da-ba-dum. That lap felt a little bit better. I think that slider line in 1 and 2 might be the way to go for me right now, and then bottom 3 and 4. Oh, these guys are... What the heck? Running into each other under caution. Yeah, I've made it more laps in the NASCAR race. That's true. That's so upsetting. I'm still upset about the NASCAR race. Because I don't get to race that much, like, it just sucks when I finally have the chance to race and then I just get wrecked. Like, it's just a bummer. But, oh well, it happens, unfortunately. What are you gonna do? We get to run sprint cars at the Grove now. Which, I gotta admit, I'm having a good time. It's been a while since I drove these things. Although I'd like to see them improve, they are still pretty fun. Especially since I've had such a long break from them. God, I way missed the bottom there. That was horrible. Missed the bottom again. Definitely not doing too well. Like to see you run late models and UMPs again. I like the late models. The UMPs, I'm not a big fan of those things. Still don't know why people are so aggressive on the start of a long race. Yeah, me neither, Wayne. I've never understood it. Daytona and August don't go well together with weather. Yeah, seriously. Wayne, they've talked about that. They have talked about converting Fontana Auto Club, whatever the hell it's called. They have talked about making it a short track. So whether or not that happens, I don't know, but they have definitely talked about that. You know, that's why the race there this season with the new car, the next-gen car, that's why it was such a big deal, you know, important, like how that race went, because that was definitely on the table of making that a short track. So I don't know if they're going to. To be honest, I haven't heard any more about it, but yeah, it was definitely on the table. Yeah, Concrete, the UMP racing's not bad. Especially since it's fixed setups. But the problem is, dude, you can't even get to full throttle in those cars, man. Like, it's just... You know, like, I'm all for throttle control and stuff like that. Like, I think you shouldn't just mash it wide open. But those things, like, you can't even get to full throttle. And I get they've got horsepower in them little pizza cutter tires, but dude, even on a tacky track, I can't get the full throttle. At Eldora, I can't get the full throttle. Really? I wish I knew how to roll the bottom like Tyler does, man. I know it's not like that. I'm just a back marker right now. It's horrible. Yeah, Tyler does use a lot of brake, man. I watched him do it one time. What is going on with the sim right now? Glitching like crazy. What the hell's happening? Is that my renderer? No, everything looks okay. The stream good? Yeah, everything's good there. Huh. Yeah, Tyler, the way Tyler runs the bottom here is literally, dude, it's so sick how good he is on the bottom. It's crazy. I rode in the cockpit with him one time. He was showing me and Greg. We were riding with them, and we could see his pedals and stuff, and it was amazing. Auto Club is still scheduled to be converted after the race in 2023. Yeah, so there you go. Oh, the wings glitching has been a thing ever since the new damage model. Jared, I have not raced this car since before the new damage model. I haven't raced it. It's been months since I've raced this car. So, okay. Well, thank you for telling me that. That makes me feel better now. Because I was like, dude, what the hell's going on? Well, hopefully that gets fixed in the upcoming build. They're probably waiting for the build. You know, they just put out the announcement today that the Season 4 build is going to be on, what is it, September 7th, I think they said? Yeah, September 7th, so they're probably just waiting till then. Well, at least we finished, so didn't get wrecked, so that's cool, I guess. Better than Daytona. Definitely need some work on my dirt. That was horrible. That was so bad. I really don't have time to do that. Is there another short race that we can do real quick? You're like, how come nobody runs the... Oh, we missed it by like 2 minutes. Damn it. Ah, dang it. We like just missed everything. I definitely don't want to run the 410s at Volusia. So I can tell you right now, I'll definitely be horrible at that. Definitely be horrible. Yeah, that might be it for the night. Getting wrecked in that NIS race just kind of screwed everything up. Everything else starts too late. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer. But bum, bum, bum. Are they releasing Lucas Oil in that build? Yeah, we're going to get the new track in the next build. We're going to get Lucas Oil. I'm really, really hoping they're going to do some work on the actual dirt cars. Like, I'm really hoping that the sprint car is going to get some love. You know, the dirt midget needs some attention as well. It does not have enough forward drive in it. It needs more forward. The tires need more forward drive. Those cars should have so much more action than they do. You know, like they bounce a little bit now, but like those things, like go watch a USAC midget race at like Kokomo. Like, dude, they're on throttle and those things are a handful. Like, that's how they should be. Right? Like, that's how they should be. You know, there's all these people who are like, oh, well, then they'd be too hard to drive. Then go play R Factor, right? Go play something else. Like, this is a sim. It's supposed to simulate real life. Like, let's do it. You know what I mean? So, I'm really hoping that, like, you look at the non-wing sprint cars, those things are the closest thing to real on dirt. I know people who race those cars in real life, and they're like, yes, those are out of all the dirt cars, they're the closest to the real thing. They actually have, you know, the obviously you're not in it, so you don't feel everything, but you know, they're like what you feel in the wheel, how you have to work the throttle and stuff like that. They're like, that is what it's like. So I'm really hoping we can see those improvements to the midgets and the wing sprint cars. Because, dude, the midgets were my favorite. They were my favorite car on the sim. I loved those things. And I still like them. But I loved those things. Loved them. Absolutely loved them. And when they did that first update, you know, that new tire where we had to run like 20 gallons of fuel in it, I was like, this is a step in the right direction. Because you could actually feel the cushion and stuff like that. And then when they did this, it's like, it's another step in the right direction. I like it, you know, but we need more. I didn't think it was going to take a year, though, you know, to get there. So, yeah. Would you like to see NASCAR back at Wilkesboro after the repave? Yes, I would love to see that. Wilkesboro is such a unique track. I am of the belief that other than a handful of tracks, NASCAR should go to a track once a year. That's it. Right? Like, if you want to keep Daytona twice, I get it. Charlotte twice, gotcha. You know, Talladega, I get it, you know, because you've only got those 2 restrictor plate races. But, you know, there's only a handful of tracks that, like, should be on the schedule twice. Everything else should be once, right? Like, Chicagoland, you know, let's run it once. California, we run it once, right? Michigan, once. Richmond, once. Darlington, once, right? Like, do that, and then you can add more tracks like Wilkesboro and, you know, the Chicago Street Circuit, which I'm not a fan of another road course, but whatever, you know. But I think if they did that, it would be better, because then when NASCAR comes to town, because I was talking about, well, attendance is down and stuff like that. Well, yeah, because it's when it's only going to be there once, people are like, if we're going to go, we've got to go. You know what I mean? Like, that you've got to go. So there's no reason why Phoenix should be on the schedule twice. There's no reason for that, right? There just isn't, you know. Bristol, it's dirt, and then you've got the pavement. So, I mean, that makes more sense. But, yeah, I would like to see that. I think that would be awesome. I would like to see more smaller tracks, especially with this next-gen car. They need to fix the shifting, because that sucks. That just sucks, the whole shifting thing. It's so stupid, because you don't get penalized for mistakes now. That's the worst part about it. Like, short track racing, you know, well, racing in general, it's all about momentum and consistency and stuff like that. But on the short tracks, you know what I mean? Like, especially when you've got those tracks where it's really tight quarters and stuff, like a Martinsville, right? When you make a mistake, you pay for it. Now you make a mistake, dude, you just downshift and you're gone. It just makes up for it. So they've got to fix that. They've got to fix the whole shifting thing, and they will. They'll fix it next season. So probably saves a lot of money by simplifying transportation. Let's just return to the same track several times during the season. Well, I get that. I understand that, and that's why I said, you know, there's a few of them that you can have on the schedule twice, but there's some of them, like, let's be honest, that they don't need to have twice. Like, you don't, right? And if you want to do logistics and stuff like that, that's fine. You do a West Coast swing like the Outlaws do, right? Do that, you know? And F1, I mean, obviously F1 is way more money than NASCAR, but dude, they go to like every continent on the globe. You know what I mean? Like, you want to see something interesting. There's a YouTube video on the logistics of F1. It's crazy. Like, they're at Spa this week, and the race that's in a couple of weeks, like, they've already got stuff there being set up. All, you know what I mean? Like, they have like 3 or 4 different, you know, setups with their media center and all the pit and all that stuff like that. They've got like a bunch of those, and they send them out, and it's crazy, dude. It's like a traveling circus. It's nuts. Ritter's family, hey Tommy, just wanted to say thanks for all your hard work and all the helpful tips you give us. Thanks again, Toby. Yeah, no problem, Toby. I'm glad to help, man. Smooth, I'm with you. I'd like to see I don't have a problem with the championship being at Phoenix. That's fine. I just don't think we need to race there twice. Personally, I would like to see the championship with this current car, the next gen car. I would like to see it at a bigger track. These cars have been the best at the 1.5 miles this year. That's been the best racing, right? Like, they built these cars for short tracks and road courses, and it's been the intermediate tracks, the 1.5 miles, that have produced the best racing this year, like, hands down. So I would love to see them at a track like, do Charlotte, right? Go to Charlotte for your championship, or do Vegas. Do it at Vegas. You could literally have the championship race and then have the banquet a few nights later in Vegas, right? You can do something like that, you know. Yeah, I'm with you, Dagobog. I would like to see them go to more tracks. I just think it opens it up more. It would open up the availability for people to see it and experience it. Going to a NASCAR race is incredible. Like, I've been to like 5 of them in my life. I went to a couple at Sears Point, and then I went to a couple in Vegas. We flew out to Vegas because it's only like an hour flight, and it was incredible. The first time I saw the NASCAR Cup Series at Las Vegas, I was literally mesmerized for the entire 200 and what is it, like 67 laps or whatever it is. I was mesmerized. Me and my best friend Josh, we sat right there. We were on the front stretch before the flag stand, right before the tri-oval. We were like 10 rows up. We could see the whole track, and dude, that race started, and I couldn't take my eyes. It was incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. I loved it, dude. Like, I had gone to Sears Point before then, but once you go to the speedways, dude, there's nothing like it. A couple of my friends, they went to the Bristol night race years ago, back when Bristol was like really, like, when it was the race to go to, and they were like, dude, it's insane. Like, going to a NASCAR races, there's nothing like it. There really is. There's nothing like it. I'm with you on that too, Smooth. I don't think they need to run 38 weeks. I understand why they do it. The reason they do it is for television money. It's the same reason why basketball, the NBA does 82 games, and why the NFL is 17 weeks, and why baseball is 162. It's all about television revenue. I get it. Live sports is the last game in town when it comes to appointment viewing. There's nothing else out there that people are going to actually show up and sit down at a day and time and watch. Nothing, right? You look at like Game of Thrones, right? One of the most popular shows ever. I know 50% of the people who watched that did not watch it right when it came out. They watched it the next day after, when they got off work, and they could just go home and watch it on their streaming platform, on HBO Go or whatever, right? Live sports is the only thing where it's like, if you want to watch it, right, you've got to watch it. You know what I mean? because you're not going to go back and watch an NFL game, you know, recorded. It's almost impossible. You're going to find out what happens. You know what I mean? Like, live sports is like the last game in town. So I get why they do that, because then they can go to those television providers and sell more revenue. I get that. But NASCAR, when I went to those NASCAR races, it was an event. Like, when you went to a NASCAR race, it was an event. Like, it was something that you went to. We could have gone, not even watched the race, and it still would have been awesome. That's not really the case anymore. So I'm with you. I would like to see them shrink the schedule down to 30, 32 races, and then do, you know, have more time off in between, make the races bigger events, have them be more important. You know, that would definitely add to the drama or whatever it is. And it would be really, really cool. It would also give them flexibility for when things happen, right? I mean, sometimes there's rainouts, sometimes there's issues, right? It gives you flexibility to do stuff like that. Do you like the playoff system, or like it used to be, most consistent guys, the champion? Okay, so the playoff system, the way that it is now, I do like it. That being said, I preferred the original system, the season-long system. I preferred that. I understand why they did it. I get it. That year that Matt Kenseth won the championship, he won one race, and everybody was like, this is ridiculous, this is dumb, this is, you know what I mean? And it was like, you know, then we got the chase. That was stupid. The chase for the cup or whatever, that was dumb. That format sucked. The playoff, I prefer that over the chase. But if we could have the original system, I would like to have that. But once again, I understand why they do it. Think about this weekend at Daytona, right? It's going to be absolute insanity. It's high drama, and that's what they're trying to create, right? Like, purists, race car purists, we want to see that season-long championship and stuff like that. We want to see that. But sports in general, and NASCAR, you know, they've kind of learned from their ways, but they're still, you know, the casual fan. Everybody wants to get the casual fan. And this draws people in, because it's exciting. This weekend at Daytona is going to be exciting. You got Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Blaney, right? They're in it right now, but neither of them have won a race. If somebody else who hasn't won wins, like if Bubba Wallace wins, one of those guys could be out of the playoff. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be just crazy drama. Like, there's a lot of drivers, if they win this Saturday night, they're in the playoff. And they could be not doing, you know, they could be 21st in points. But if they win this Saturday, they're in. You know what I mean? They're in. And it's a restrictor plate race where anything can happen. You know what I mean? Like, Derek Cope won 2 Daytona 500s, right? Never won anything else, but he won 2 Daytona 500s. Like, anything can happen at these races. So it adds to the drama. So I get why they did that. You know, when you think about the last race of the season, you've got the final 4, and it's winner gets it all, right? Like, it lays it all on the line. Yes, it sucks because you could have an incredible season. Like, you look at the season that Kevin Harvick had a couple years ago where he won all those races. He was hands down the best driver that season. He didn't win the championship. Denny Hamlin, same thing, right? Won all these races, didn't win the championship. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks. But I understand why they do it. I do. I get it. Now, the stage racing is stupid. They need to get rid of that. I understand why they started the stage racing, because the last car, it was so horrible. As soon as the pack always got spread out, it was just horrible racing. It was absolutely horrible racing. So I understand why they did the stage racing, to get everybody bunched back and stuff like that. They don't need it anymore. I don't think they need it. And if you want to do stages, just do like a halfway point or something. That's it. You don't need to have 3 stages, all that crap like that. Yeah, Smooth, I'm with you. there's pros and cons, right? At the end of the day, you have to, if you look at it from a competitor standpoint, right? You think about it from a competitor standpoint. Like, look at Ryan Blaney right now. Ryan Blaney's in like the top 5 in the points right now, right? Not the playoff points, but the regular season points. He hasn't won a race. You know what I mean? He could legitimately, in the old system, win the championship and not win a race, right? Now, is that right? Should that be the case? I don't know. I can't answer that. You know, I can't answer that. But in NASCAR's eyes, no, that they want people out there pushing for wins, right? So I get it. I understand where they're coming from. From a viewing standpoint, you know, like a drama standpoint, I get it, right? They're trying to create drama. They're trying to manufacture it, and they've done that. You know what I mean? They've done that. So I see both sides of it. Yeah, the local tracks do build up the fan base, but Richard, see, that's probably the biggest mistake that NASCAR made. Is they lost touch with their base. You know, when I was a kid growing up, and I would go to local dirt tracks and asphalt oval tracks out here in California, or when I would be visiting my family up in Washington, and we'd go to the track up there and stuff like that, you always saw the scoreboard and it said NASCAR Winston Cup Series or NASCAR Winston Cup local track. There was this connection made with NASCAR and the local tracks. Even if it was just that sign, there was this connection that you made. You were like, dude, this is a NASCAR track. Even though this NASCAR series doesn't come here, right? NASCAR is not coming to, you know, Roseville, California. They're not coming to PIR, right? But that connection was made. They lost that in the late 90s, early 2000s. They lost that, and it hurt them. It hurt them bad. And, you know, NASCAR suffered from it. You know, they're just now it's starting to kind of get things going decent again. You know, I stopped watching for years. Because I was disgusted at the product, and I was disgusted at what they had done. I thought it was a joke. You know, the whole car of tomorrow and everything that they did to screw it up. Like, I get safety, I get that, but they just killed the racing. They just, you know, it was just horrible. It was all about, you know, corporate tracks. Hey, what can we do? You know, these 1.5 mile tracks are good. Awesome. You know what? Instead of having 6 of them, let's have 26, right? And let's build them all with 20 degrees of banking, and let's have a tri-oval or a dog leg. Right, like it was just all the same. It was horrible, man. It's absolutely horrible. You know, coming from when I grew up watching it in the 80s and the 90s, where like every track was unique, and the guys that were out there racing were, you know, they were men, right? Like they were men. It was the same dude I saw fist fighting at my local dirt track. And that went away. And don't get me wrong, like I love those guys like Ryan Newman and Tony Stewart and Dale Earnhardt Jr., Matt Kenseth, and stuff like that. I love that. But the whole corporatization of NASCAR came in, and everything became buttoned up and cleaned up, and that wasn't NASCAR. NASCAR was founded off of guys literally running moonshine and souping up their cars so they could outrun the cops. That's what NASCAR was built on. That's what started it. And they got away from that. They killed their core audience, man. And they're trying to get it back. You know, it's like I said, it's getting better. It's getting better. Yeah, Bob, I get where you're coming. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Kyle Larson run dirt full time, but he makes more money in one season of NASCAR than he would in 3 seasons of dirt combined. It's just, yeah, the money's just insane. Yeah, you're right, Smooth. It's all about the drama and the money. Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. I wouldn't mind seeing them run at, you know, a local track or something like that for an all-star race. I think that would be cool. You know, NASCAR or Wendell. That would be awesome, man. That would be awesome. You know what I mean? That would be cool. I mean, they couldn't do it. Irwindale's just not big enough. They can't. It can't support the fans. But see, I would like to see them do more truck and Xfinity races at places like that, right? Go out and find the IRPs of the world, right? Go to Irwindale. Go to these tracks, right? Go to South Boston or New Smyrna, right? These tracks that are like legendary short tracks. You know what I mean? Like we've got them in iRacing, right? These short track ovals that we have for the super late models and the tour mods and stuff like that, those are legendary short tracks. They're legendary, right? They're known all over the country. If you race late models or tour mods or something like that, you know those tracks. They are a big deal. Have the trucks or the Xfinity series go to these tracks, right? Send the trucks out to Five Flags. You know what I mean? Like that would be awesome. Like when they're down there for Daytona, right? Go run a race at Five Flags. Like, do something like that during speed weeks, right? The week leading up to the 500, have the trucks and the Xfinity go run Five Flags or something like that, and then have the Cup guys, they could run the Bud Shootout, which they don't do no more. It's the Clash at the Coliseum now. But I mean, you know what I mean, right? Like, have them do something like that. Like, something like that would be cool. You know, that would be an awesome thing to see. Wish NASCAR could find a way to get away from sponsors. No other sports or franchise and teams all get a share. Sponsors quit paying. No more NASCAR. Yeah, that's the biggest problem with NASCAR right now. Is the need for sponsorship money, and there has to be I actually think they're trying to get away from that model. I think that's one of the reasons why they've done what they've done with the tracks and the cars and the schedule. I think they're trying to get it to where they can get those TV deals to where they're not so dependent upon the sponsors, right? I think that is what they're trying to do. Are they going to get to that point? I don't know. I really don't know. You know what I mean? But if they can grow the sport more, and they can get more eyeballs on the televisions, that's a possibility, right? They're never going to be the NFL. They're never going to be the NBA. But, if they can get just half of that, like you look at the amount of money baseball teams, the Major League Baseball, you look at how much money it generates in revenue, and it's all from regional TV contracts. NASCAR could very well do something like that. Could it be as big? I don't know. But I'm with you. I would like to see them be more of a sports franchise than the whole, sponsorship thing. Because the sponsorship thing, it's tough, man. It's really tough, dude. You look at how many sponsors they need to get through a season now. It's crazy. They have to cut the cost somehow. They have to cut the cost somehow. And I would like to see NASCAR implement a cost cap, just like F1 did. I would like to see them implement a cost cap. I think that would do more for the sport than trying to come up with all these different things like they've got with all these manufacturers and the pre-built parts and stuff like that. Come up with the cost cap. Do a cost cap. Literally regulate, what they spent, and say, hey, look, man, here's your budget. You've got X amount of money to spend, and you can spend that on your car, engineers, drivers, whatever. But this is what it is, and you can't go over. So go, right? Like, I would like to see that, because I think you would see a little bit more efficiency in the way the teams were ran. I think it would also open up the opportunity for newer teams to come in, because that's the thing. Let's say I am a company, and we'll just use because it's on the screen here, Menards, right? Because Menards has been a sponsor in NASCAR for a long time. Let's just say Menards is like, look, I'm done sponsoring. I want to start a team, right? They want to start a team, but you can't start a team, because how much money do you have to invest? And not only that, you have to invest it, but now once you invest all that money just to get it going, how much money am I going to spend to catch up to these guys and get there on speed, right? It's hundreds of millions of dollars, years, right? Like, how long is that going to take? You know what I'm saying? I get this this next gen car is supposed to do better at that, and we have someone like Trackhouse that has done a phenomenal job, but that's not always the case. If you had a cost cap in place, now someone could actually look at that and they go, hey, look, I know that we're not going to just get outspent. I know that someone's just not going to beat us because they got more money. And now that opens up, you know, creativity, ingenuity, different ways of doing things, right? And you still got the rules. You can still keep them in their box, but it would get things to change some, right? And different strategies, different, you know, things like different tactics, that type of stuff. I think that would go a long way opposed to the route that they're going now. And then you wouldn't be so dependent upon the sponsorship money, because you could say, hey, look, our TV deal is X. Each team that has a charter is going to get Y. And here's your cost cap, and go. You know what I mean? Go for it, right? Like, there you go. So I think that would be a better way of doing it. But that's just me. Yeah, $30 million to fund a cup car for one season. Hey, what's up, Blake? Yeah, Chris, I think if they did the charters, if they did them as franchises, just like an NFL franchise, if they did them like franchises, and then did revenue sharing with the TV money, you know. And I think the track owners, I think they need to be giving back more to NASCAR, because from the sounds of it, they're all these tracks are talking about how they don't bring in that much money in attendance and stuff like that, yet they're pulling in all kinds of money and they're not reinvesting it in their venues and stuff like that. So yeah, I would like to see that. You know, will it ever happen? Who knows? But you know, that would be, I think that's one of the best things that's ever happened to F1 is the cost cap. Have you seen the new Charger EV? No, I haven't, and the fact that that is even a thing literally makes me sick. We'll look this up before I call it a night. I gotta be honest with you. This whole freaking electric vehicle thing is, yeah. I mean, here in California, is this what you're talking about? This Magnum? I haven't seen it. I don't know if that's it. I don't know. I like gas engines. I'm old school. So. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it all for tonight. Thank you guys very much for coming out. I'll be back next week. Like I said, Sunday I'm not going to stream now because I got that funeral to go to. But yeah, I will. I'll be back next week. And you guys, until then, as always, good luck, good racing, take care.